Listen up. Right now, you're facing a storm bigger than any market crash or policy shift you've ever seen. The old rules are breaking down faster than you can blink. Central banks printing money like it's going out of style, geopolitical chaos setting the stage for unexpected winners and losers, inflation running wild in some places, collapsing in others. If you think your wealth is safe, think again. The global macro moves happening today will flip everything on its head, and if you're not prepared, you'll be left scrambling in the dust. Here's the raw truth. Your biggest enemy right now isn't the market volatility, it's your own inertia. Sitting on old strategies, waiting out the storm, or worse, believing that the past will predict the future, that's a death sentence for your portfolio. You know what you need? Sharp shifts in how you see risk, how you allocate capital, how you chase opportunity across borders. You need to stop reacting and start anticipating, now. First, get this in your head. Diversification is dead if it means owning just a basket of stocks and bonds from the same collapsing system. Real diversification means thinking globally with an edge. Look at currencies, not just the usual suspects, but hedge against sudden policy flips in emerging markets. Short those reckless credit bubbles that only get propped up by central banks printing cash. Don't just hedge against risk, find asymmetric opportunities where the market hasn't even noticed the cracks yet. You want to make moves that others call crazy because they happen too early, too fast. Second, you have to embrace volatility as your weapon, not your fear. Special situations in distressed debt, energy shifts driven by green transitions, and changing commodity flows, they're screaming for attention. But I'm not talking about dabbling. This is about committing capital with precision, where you can control risk through deep knowledge and active management. Passive won't cut it here. You need a team ready to move fast, cut losses sprinting, and double down where the world is shifting underfoot. Third, inflation isn't a monster only for the long-haul inflation-protected securities. It's about spotting supply chain breakages, seeing which countries are about to print their way into chaos, and playing the geopolitical power plays that will determine who controls raw materials, technology, and capital flows in the next decade. Hedge funds that ignore the reshaping of global power aren't hedge funds. They're blind investors praying for luck. Fourth, technology disruption isn't just about AI or crypto hype. It's about seeing which macro sectors will collapse or soar because of it. AI replacing middle management jobs, energy grids being reshaped by climate policy. Those are macro moves that split winners and losers for decades. Get ahead of these shifts by backing founders and funds that understand where the world is headed, not yesterday's headlines. Last but crucial, get ruthless about your network and information sources. The bigger the world changes, the smaller your margin for error. Surround yourself with minds that challenge your assumptions, whose insights are rooted in reality, not wishful thinking. The elite hedge funds that thrive aren't the ones that follow the herd. They are the ones that built a network of trusted people to sense shifts before they hit the screens. If you don't do this now, your wealth will erode quietly, painfully, and relentlessly. But if you take this seriously, if you double down on global macro insights that no one else sees clearly, if you move fast, think big, and manage risk with surgical precision, you won't just survive, you'll rewrite what wealth means for you and those who matter. Stop waiting for someone else to save you. Start demanding more. From yourself, from your team, from your capital. Be the one who moves when the world shifts. Because truth is, the biggest macro moves coming in the next few years will hand out fortunes to those bold enough to see, smart enough to act, and fast enough to commit. This is the moment. No distractions, no excuses. Act or watch everything you built slip away. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to discover more.